The conversation begins with the concept of the cynical genius illusion, which suggests that cynical people are often perceived as smarter. However, research indicates that cynicism is actually a substitute for intelligence, serving as a defense mechanism against betrayal and disappointment. A study conducted in 2018 involving 200,000 people from 30 countries found that cynical individuals tend to have lower cognitive performance. Cynicism is described as an evolutionary heuristic to protect oneself from potential harm, leading to a risk-averse mindset. While popular culture often portrays cynical characters as geniuses, the study reveals that higher IQ individuals are more trusting and willing to take risks. The discussion then shifts to Seagull's law, which highlights the idea that having multiple sources of information can lead to confusion rather than clarity. In modern societies, the abundance of competing narratives without trust hinders informed decision-making. The erosion of trust in institutions, exacerbated by events like the COVID-19 pandemic and academic scandals, has contributed to a decline in public trust. As a result, individuals may find it easier to trust high-integrity individuals rather than institutions, which are susceptible to the influence of corrupt members. The concept of ambiguity aversion is explored, indicating that people tend to find uncertain outcomes more intolerable than bad outcomes. The anxiety of uncertainty can be more stressful than resigning oneself to a known negative outcome. This aversion to ambiguity can lead individuals to seek order and meaning in random events, resulting in superstitions and conspiracy theories. The need for compensatory control in the face of uncertainty drives individuals to create narratives and patterns to make sense of the world. The idea of anxiety cost is introduced, highlighting the mental effort expended in trying to predict and navigate uncertain situations. The demand for answers may lead to mono-thinking, where individuals retrofit a single solution to all problems to simplify decision-making. This cognitive shortcut allows individuals to navigate complex issues through an us versus them filter, reducing the cognitive load of discerning truth from falsehood. Preference falsification is another concept discussed, where people are afraid to express their true thoughts and instead lie to conform to societal norms. This leads to insincerity and limits on speech, ultimately resulting in deception. Bhogal also touches on the idea of herostratic fame, where individuals seek recognition through negative actions, such as committing crimes or causing harm, to gain attention and notoriety. Toxic compassion is highlighted as a phenomenon where appearing to do good is prioritized over actually doing good. This is seen in movements like body positivity, where the focus is on promoting self-acceptance regardless of health implications. Similarly, the support for defunding the police can lead to negative outcomes in the long term, despite the initial intention to protect minorities. Bogle emphasizes how social media has shifted the focus towards image-oriented success, where opinions are valued more than actions. The discussion also delves into the rise of nuisance influencers who engage in disruptive and harmful behavior for clout. These influencers prioritize short-term gains and attention over long-term consequences, setting a negative example for impressionable audiences. The concept of luxury beliefs is mentioned, where individuals adopt certain beliefs or behaviors to signal their social status or virtue, even if they do not align with their actions. Counter-signaling and vice signaling are explored as responses to virtue signaling, where individuals go against societal norms or expectations to differentiate themselves. This can be seen in figures like Elon Musk, who challenges mainstream narratives and beliefs. The conversation touches on how social media has created perverse incentives and compulsion loops, trapping individuals in cycles of short-term gratification and reward. Bogle talks about the impact of emotions on decision-making, highlighting how emotions can lead to impulsive actions and regrettable decisions. He emphasizes the importance of pausing and allowing emotions to pass before making decisions to avoid acting on impulse. He delves into the concept of semantic stop signs, where descriptions are disguised as explanations, leading to the dismissal of ideas or opinions without deeper understanding. Bogle suggests avoiding labeling individuals and instead focusing on understanding the reasons behind their beliefs or actions to foster productive discussions. Bogle introduces the max content razor, which encourages individuals to create content that they would personally consume. By following their passions and interests, content creators can produce engaging and authentic material that resonates with others. He also discusses the significance of balancing personal interests with understanding the platform's algorithms to reach a wider audience. The concept of epistemic luck is explored, questioning the influence of one's environment, upbringing, and experiences on their beliefs. Bogle reflects on how individuals' beliefs may be shaped by societal norms and historical context, leading to a reevaluation of the validity and universality of personal convictions. He suggests evaluating beliefs based on their universality and applicability across different times and places. He emphasizes the importance of holding beliefs that would be beneficial and relevant regardless of the historical or cultural context, indicating a deeper understanding and consideration of the foundations of one's convictions. Bogle introduces the concept of the intellectual treadmill, where prominent thinkers may neglect reading and exploring new ideas in favor of sticking to what made them successful. This can lead to a narrow focus on a few key concepts, limiting their ability to adapt and grow intellectually. He reflects on his own tendencies to read less than he used to and acknowledges the importance of constantly learning and exploring new ideas to avoid falling into this trap. Bogle discusses the golden hammer phenomenon, where intellectuals rely on a narrow set of tools or concepts to explain a wide range of issues. This can lead to oversimplification and a lack of depth in their analysis. He also mentions the toothbrush problem, where intellectuals only use their own theories and are reluctant to engage with ideas outside their comfort zone. He emphasizes the importance of being open to diverse perspectives and continuously expanding one's knowledge base. Bogle highlights the danger of becoming a caricature of oneself by outputting more than inputting, as noted by figures like Jordan Peterson and Nassim Taleb. He stresses the importance of taking breaks to avoid audience capture and maintaining intellectual curiosity. Bogle discusses the beginner's bubble effect, where individuals with limited knowledge in a particular area may overestimate their understanding due to a shallow explanation. He advocates for learning a little about a lot, rather than specializing in a narrow field, as it promotes flexibility in thinking and fosters curiosity. By recognizing the limits of one's knowledge and staying humble, individuals can avoid falling into the trap of the beginner's bubble effect. Bogle shares his perspective on news consumption and the agenda-setting theory, highlighting how mainstream news often prioritizes sensationalism and engagement over substance. He cautions against relying too heavily on news for information, as it can lead to cynicism, pessimism, and a skewed perception of reality. He recommends seeking out specialized news outlets for relevant and valuable information tailored to one's interests.